Alright, good morning guys. Today we're going to learn about art and creating your own art. So we're going to start off with a little video about what art is about and how you can use it.
Oh, pretty pictures, Sophie. Thanks, Mia. I painted a tree and the sun. And a cute little duck. I hope the sun doesn't make him hot. I know. Now, if the duck gets hot, he can go swimming. Wow, you're smart, Sophie. Art makes me smart. Come on.
Art makes me smart, art makes me smile. I draw what I want in my own style. Colors and shapes, apples and grapes. It's a matter of taste and imagination. Art makes me smart.
Art makes me smart.
Your imagination, it's like a big rainbow. So many different colors and directions you can go. It's all up to you, what you want to see. Be brave, be bold, and what do you know? You could be just like Sophie. Go Sophie, go Sophie, go Sophie, go!
Art makes me think, art makes me sing.
All of these shapes could be anything. Color it blue or just leave it white. There's no wrong or right. It's imagination. Art makes me smart.
Art makes me smart. Squares, circles, triangles, green, purple, rectangles.
What will it be? What will she make? Whatever she makes, I know it'll all be great. Art makes me smart, art makes me smile. I draw what I want in my own style. Colors and shapes, apples and grapes.
It's a matter of
Then
taste.
imagination, art makes me smart.
Art makes me smart.
Alright, so what from that video did you learn about art?
It makes me smart.
How does it make you smart?
It makes
In
you.
what ways? Yes, Phil?
It makes you like draw shapes and think of like how you like you can draw a square. And you can like change things around like the duck, the chicken and the elephant. Kind of.
Right. So does art have to be one specific thing that's real?
No.
No. It can be anything that you want it to be. So that leads us on to our next video. Gonna visit our friends at
Just
Sesame Street.
playing crayons can all make great tools. But when it comes to making art, there's no set of rules.
To spark imagination, here's what you do. Just look around, all around, try out something new.
There's not just one way to make art. Not just one way to make art.
Try, come on, jump in and start. 'Cause there's not just one way to make art. Play with your fingers.
Use a feather cord too.
On a page with sponges.
What else can you do?
Well, you can make sculptures out of crayon.
Or use an egg crate.
Use toilet paper too.
Wow, they all look so great! Who knew? There's not just one way to make art.
Not just one way, you really gotta try. Come on, take part. There's not just one way to make art. Not just one way to make art.
So when making art, do we have to use one specific thing?
No.
So we can use anything, right?
Yes.
So what are some things that you guys would want to use when making art?
A milk jug.
Milk jug? Will, do you have anything?
I'd like to use like cardboard that you can make like houses and shapes of.
Okay. Dorothy?
Flowers. I want to dry some flowers and put them in my art.
Alright. Okay, so I want to show you guys some famous artists and show you the different art styles that they are. So this first one is Andy Warhol. And you guys can see that He became famous by just painting a simple soup can or making different pictures out of faces. This is actually Marilyn Monroe. So like we said before, art doesn't have to be one thing. It can be anything you want it to be, whatever's around you or whatever you see. Or as they said in Sesame Street, you just use your imagination to come up with something. This one's Pablo Picasso, and his faces, see how they're not accurate? He lets his imagination go wild, just as I want you guys to do to come up with your own art piece. Or if you want to stay more realistic to where you know exactly what you are drawing, then you would be more like Georgia O'Keeffe, who draws what's around her and what she sees. And then Claude Monet. Now when you do art, it doesn't have to be strictly shapes or lines or just colors. You can also use individual dots to make a piece, which Claude Monet does. He puts many, many dots in one area to create one whole piece, which you guys are allowed to do when we make our own artwork later today if you choose to. And then Salvador Dali. See, he draws things that aren't very accurate. Obviously, elephants don't have instruments as heads. So whatever you guys want to draw today, you guys can draw. Alright, so I'm going to pass out paper.
Thank you.
Welcome. And then there's pastels. If you don't want to get dirty, I wouldn't use them. But there's pastels, colored pencils, and then markers. So what I first want you to draw is draw whatever comes to your imagination first. First thing that pops into your head, I just want you to draw. It doesn't have to be the whole paper, it can be a small piece, whatever you want.
I know.
Go for it.
Pencil?
If you want to use anything else, you can.
It's like a marker?
Yeah, it's like a calligraphy pen, kind of, but it's like a marker.
Okay, so, okay, I don't want to ruin the marker.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I don't use them that often.
Alright.
I'll draw something too. No, that's okay. First thing that comes to my imagination. guys are finishing up, I'm going to play the last video that I have about making your own art.
I do. I just love cookie art so much. Oh, let's think. Think, 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 think. What? Little Cookie can make his own cookie art. Great idea, Cookie Monster.
Yeah, I'd love to make his own art.
Make my own art? But how?
I can answer that in a song.
Oh, yeah.
It starts with an idea, a thought inside your head, something you imagine or feel.
And all you need's a paintbrush or just a little clay. Suddenly your daydreams become real.
Make your own art. Make your own art. Whatever's in your head, whatever's in your heart, you can make your own art. It could be a cookie, or maybe 2 or 3.
That could be a flower.
Or a picture of me.
Elmo draws with crayons. I like pen and ink.
Me use cookie crumbs to show what me feel and think. Make your own art. Make your own art. Whatever's in your head, whatever's in your heart, you can make your own art. Whatever's in your head, whatever's in your heart, you can make your very own art.
Has anybody got a pen and paper?
Hey, Cookie Baby! Perhaps I can be of some assistance. Oh, I am so sorry, little Cookie.
Where is everybody?
Hey, let me help you with that, buddy.
You okay, little Cookie?
Oh, I am better than okay. I just made cookie art.
Make your own art. Make your very own art. Whoa. Make your own art.
Alright, so why don't we all talk about the art that we made?
Go in there.
I made a flower with the sun. Actually, 2 flowers.
There you go. Well,
Make dinosaurs with sombrero.
nice.
Flower.
Very imaginative. I like it.
There you go.
Dorothy,
I made a flower.
flower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. So, like
Dory
Cecily,
copied off of me.
anyone can make anything they want.
My flower's the
Whatever
best.
comes to your imagination. Maybe
Mine-
you both just like flowers.
Mine's the best. Yes. thank you.
Everyone's art is good. Alright, I made an eyeball
Ooh.
because whenever I do art, that's the first thing that pops into my head. So, like I said before, art can be anything that you want, whatever pops into your head, or whatever comes from your heart, as our friends on Sesame Street said. So always express yourself and just keep painting. That's it.